Alright, so we're getting ready to drop this front down because it sits way too high. Alright, here's a paint can. That's how far the bumper is off the ground. And how high it is off the sway bar. So we're getting ready to fix that right now. Alright, so we begin the installation by pulling off the front wheels, or jacking it up, putting it on stands, pulling off the front wheels. You can see the drum brakes. We've already got the bearing cover off, dust cap off now. So basically, I'll take this cotter pin out and pull this nut off and start disassembling the front brakes. I'll show you as I go, but this is what we've got. We've got a kit. It's got 2-inch drop spindles, and what makes it drop is the actual spindle part is higher up on the steering knuckle, so that actually the stock spindle would be down here somewhere on the factory knuckle, so it raises it up and that lowers the car down. So we got the kit. It came with the spindles, the caliper brackets. This is dust covers in this box here. It's the upgraded kit. What we got, it come with braided stainless lines. There's the calipers, and there's 2 drilled and slotted rotors. And then also we got dual reservoir master cylinder and a brake booster proportioning valve. So that's what we got to make this magic happen. So we're going to get to work. So we pulled the spindle nut off and got the outer bearing and the brake hub and brake drum and wheel hub off. On these A bodies and F bodies, 69 to 72, they have the steering arm right here that the tie rod bolts to. It's bolted on the drum brake spindle with these 2 bolts right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbolt the steering arm and just leave it hanging on the tie rod, and then we'll just pop the spindle off and we'll leave the brakes assembled on the spindle. It's the easiest way to do it, and then it's all together if you want to resell it or whatever. So that's what we're going to do next. Leaf blower. But you unhook the brake line, and then you take the cotter pins out the upper and lower ball joint and take the nuts off. Alright, so we got the ball joints loose. So that's what it looks like. There's the steering arm loose right there. So we'll just take that off. Sometimes the ball joint will stick because it's a tapered fit, and if you'll just tap it like that with a hammer, it'll pop right loose, and then you can pick it up and take it right off. So there you go. That's what it looks like at this point, and then you'll just put the spindles on. Alright, so then you take the spindle and you just bolt it on just like that right there. You put your nut on your ball joint on the bottom. And then you put your bolt on the top. And because this has got such heavy springs on it, we might have to do some compressing here. Hang on, I can't do this with one hand. So just like that, we got the nuts on there. Just got to tighten them up, and put the cotter pins back in them. All right. All right, so there it is, all bolted in, cotter pins installed. All right, so the way this goes is the caliper bracket first, then the dust shield. I put this big bolt in first, then put the bottom 2 bolts in, and then you bolt the steering arm on behind it. And that's the way it goes on there. So everything's tightened up. Then you bend these lock tabs, and they keep your nut from backing out. Your steering arm, has lock nuts, nylocks on it, so they won't come out. So that's where we're at right now. Then we'll just pack the wheel bearings, put the grease seals in the rotors, and put the rotors on. Alright, there's your lock tabs bent against the nut so it won't come out. Alright, so the proper way to pack wheel bearings is you get a handful of grease, or wheel bearing grease, and you just do like that until it starts coming out the bearing. You just pack it in there, and it'll start coming through. And then when you get it all packed in there, then you'll be ready to put it in. Messy, but necessary. Just keep on packing it until you see it coming through.
So pack it until you see it coming through. I got you, I understand.
Alright, so we got the big bearings, the inner bearing, got it in, the wheel bearing seal, then washer with a slot, washer with a tab on it, goes in the slot, then the nut and the cotter pin, and she's ready to go. Alright, so here's the whole kit installed. Braided stainless brake hose, drilled and slotted rotor, and the caliper and pads. So we'll do the other side, and then we'll have to install the master cylinder and brake booster and bleed the brakes. But that's how the wheel part of it's done, the hub part, the spindle part, whatever. So we'll show you a finished product whenever we get done, so you'll see what the altitude adjustment is. This is the old brake proportioning valve. This goes to the front driver's side. The front passenger side goes in this port right here, and then the rear brakes comes in this port right here. And on the new proportioning valve, this is front, and this is rear. So basically what I need to do is make this driver's front brake line, which it has to be much longer because this was on the frame, and then I got to get a union and go from where this ended on the frame, union, and make a brake line from there to here, and then where the back come in here, I need to put a union on it and then remake the line to the top. So I need to run to the parts store and buy a couple unions. So this is what I come up with. I got some 5/16 unions and a 3/16 union, and the 3/16 will adapt to the front crossover line from the passenger side. The 5/16 union will adapt to the line coming from the rear of the car. And then this is the size that goes in the back of my new proportioning valve. So I got a 5/16 line, which this and the union will connect to the rear side, and then I'll cut one end of it off and I'll put this fitting on there, and I'll have my connection. And then, like I said, I'll put one of the 3/16 unions on the crossover line, and then I'll build the left brake line and a little piece for the right brake line. So we got that going on.